What's up everyone? Welcome to Ola Testing. Today I'm trying out the new Mark IIc Plus reissue from Mesa BOOGIE. As Mesa BOOGIE sort of half-assed announced the Mark IIc Plus reissue, basically the world's worst kept secret, I would say. Ever since the announcement, I've been incredibly curious to hear how it sounds compared to the Mark IIc Plus, the original that I have in my amp room. Mesa have supposedly used the same type of components as in the original really old amplifier, with the exceptions of some parts which you can't really get today, or some components that are even dangerous today. But they said they've come very, very close to the original. In this video, I'm not going to compare the reissue to the original Mark IIc Plus head that I have, but I do have a video of that coming out soon, okay? Maybe you've seen the Will It Chug demo. It's up here if you missed it. But I'm using a different microphone combo today with the Beyer Dynamic N160 right there, SE Audio Voodoo down there, the SR2. And I just want to get a different flavor for this video compared to my Will It Chug video. So yeah, man, I'm ready. Are you guys ready? Let's go. I already have it dialed in for some good old male tones. That sounds pretty good. I'm using the Fractal Audio VP4 virtual pedal board in a 4-cable method with this amplifier. And right now I don't have anything engaged. That's all the Mesa, man. Oh, I forgot there's a gate engaged. Here it is without the gate, and here it is with, okay? And as you can hear, it sounds perfectly all right, okay? So the magic behind the Mark IIc Plus that made it differ from a lot of the other amplifiers back in the day is that there's so many different input and gauge stages on this thing, where you have the EQ right here, you have the treble, bass, and middle, but all of that happens before a gain stage. So what happens is that when you plug this in, and you disengage the EQ like this, for instance, the bass middle treble is before the gain. So the bass middle treble here really affects how you would slam that gain stage. So it's basically like a pre-overdrive or like a pre-boost, I would say. That's why I have treble at 10, bass at 0 to filter out the low end, and then mids at I had about 3 o'clock, but you can also bump that down to 0. And it's basically shaping the tone going into the gain stage, and that's why they added the post EQ later to be able to actually, you know, get an EQ option on the amplifier. So whatever I'm gonna do with the bass middle and treble right here will more or less affect how I'm pushing the gains. So check this out. If I pull down the treble, basically all the input is gone. Because the input, that's what goes into the gain stage right there. And with the bass, it's gonna flub a lot if I turn it up. Actually, it sounds pretty cool, but that's where it's at right there. And with the Mesa, you also have these push and pull options as well. So I have a pull for shift on the treble right here. Bass, pull shift. If you pull the master volume, you get a deep, like you get a boost of the low end, which I'm not necessarily a fan of. It becomes very woofy and that's. I'd rather have it pushed, being in there, not pulled, and then just adjust the bass with the 5-band equalizer. And then you have a pull bright for the leads as well. So. So these first knobs right here is basically to shape your tone, and then you use the 5-band equalizer to actually EQ the tone. And it's a very dramatic equalizer. Check this out. That's a full-blown scoop right there. Dude, it's a chug monster. So there's also a presence and reverb at the back as well. I usually keep the presence fairly low on these amplifiers. I like to push it just a slight bit just to... If I just want a little bit extra excitement, I just, you know, nudge it a little bit. Check this out. I set it to 3 right now, okay? Now it's at 6, which is a little bit too much for me. But with this right here and the presses, you can kind of battle them out a little bit and, you know, basically pick what fits you the best. Even though this sounds fucking kick-ass, it's a chug monster right there. This is a 2-channel amplifier. It also has a clean channel. Isn't that weird? All right, so here's the clean then. Split humbucker right here. So the clean is really good as well. The only problem I have is that to be able to set up this beautiful clean, as soon as I switch to lead, I want to kind of, you know, dial up the treble again, dial down the bass in the middle. So using it live for a metalhead like me might be a little bit tough. You know? All right, let's see if I can get some. A little bit more dirt. I pushed the volume to 10. Turn down the master a little bit. Very nice. But my ass wants lead. A little bit of a push tone right there, where I dial down the volume a little bit and keeping the lead drive a little bit lower. Still having the bass at like 2. Dude, it's John Petrucci's tone right there, the Mark IIc Plus tone. So as I'm playing this amplifier, and I mentioned this in my unboxing video, that when I'm dialing the amplifier, it just feels so surreal to see the amplifier completely mint, you know, and untouched. You know, usually when I see these old amplifiers, they're broken and, you know, they have dents everywhere and the pots are all scratchy and shit. It feels so weird, like dialing in some settings and it doesn't scratch. That feels so unfamiliar for me. I have to get used to this. But I think Mesa got insanely close to the original Mark IIc Plus. I have a video that I'm gonna put up soon comparing this with the same setting with my original Mark IIc Plus. And basically they do sound the exact same, but there is a small little difference on the gain, in my opinion. I feel like even if I have the same settings on both amplifiers, there was just a little less gain on the original Mark IIc Plus. That could be a thing about aging parts in an old amplifier. I mean, it is over 40 years old, and this is completely brand new. But I did think they sounded tonally exactly the same. So kudos to you guys, that sounded great. It's also nice to see that you can purchase this now, and it's not fucking, you know, 20 grand to buy. It is an expensive amplifier, but it is hand-built in the US of A. So yeah, man, if you ever wanted to get a Mark IIc Plus, there you go. Right there, holy shit. So that's all testing shit for you right there, dude. I think this amplifier sounds kick-ass. There's just something about the Mark II tone that's just like, it's just legendary, man. It's Metallica, it's Dream Theater, it's just chug. The comparison videos will be up very, very soon, but if you want more, there's the Will It Chug video. I'll link it up here, okay? You can watch that in the meantime. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.